Mr. McHenry, the chairman of the Oversight and Investigations Subcommittee of the Financial Services Committee.
The gentleman from North Carolina is recognized for 1.5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I appreciate my colleagues for their leadership on this important legislation. I rise in support of it to bring some balance to an otherwise unaccountable bureaucratic agency, perhaps the most powerful agency in government with the least amount of public accountability. It has no accountability to the administration, very little to Congress, and even less to the American people. And as a result, it should come as no surprise that this Bureau has operated with less transparency and less concern for fiscal discipline than even a very low bar and low standard we hold for our federal tax dollars. Due to this lack of accountability, certain expenditures have been called into question. In fact, their building expenditures, which is it's a beautiful release of a $150 million plan to renovate a building that they are leasing. Now, it's a very rare thing and pretty silly in real estate to do an enormous upfit for a building that cost $153 million, that's the appraised value, and to put $150 million at $461 a square foot into that building. It makes no sense unless you understand that these are your tax dollars at work to build luxury a couple blocks from the White House. These buildings are just another example of why this agency needs to be held accountable to not just the American people and the taxpayers, but to the taxpaying public and those of us that care about having access to good financial products while protecting the consumer.
Time has expired.
So that's why I support this legislation.
Gentleman yields. The gentlewoman from